celebrate, I'm cocky. I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh, there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh, there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. There's no need in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey, or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team around took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash.
The EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the desert Southwest, Glendale, Arizona, and State Farm Stadium. Tonight, it's the NFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Arizona Cardinals. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24. Yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Go. 180!
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
Now Wentz on third down. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now fourth down.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. On first and 10, here's Wentz. Looking for Murphy, and he finds him complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down. So first and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. They'll run with Sanders, and they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's second and goal.
You got three.
Now Wentz. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
Not a touchdown, obviously, but playoffs, you're on the road. At least you put something on the board.
I would agree with that totally. You're not exactly sending a message to the opposition, but you are letting them know that you came to play.
Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go! Touchdown! Number 53! Mike 53! Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Sliding out of the pocket. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. He's got daylight. Past the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, 57 yards. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jackson going for the deep ball. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run it now out of the gun. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. They'll run it now out of the gun. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And now a 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming. They'll try and run it here. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This will be taken short. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Wentz. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming.
Here we go. Let's move it. Hey, empty.
On 2nd down, it's Sanders. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Deep ball for Goodwin. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Now you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
I got one. Mike 5. Mike. Hey, Delta. You must be here. Mike 5. Time to go. Night. Mike 74.
They do go for it. It's Wentz. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
All right, T. Let's go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is up to 5. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position.
Check hot route. Hot, go. 6 guard. Check 6 guard.
They go play action here on 1st down. He'll buy some time right. And now he's going to use his legs. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain. And a give this time to the tailback. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A great effort there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And an alley to run. A big play there for Philly. 64 yards. Nothing fancy there. A little smash-mouth football right up the gut on the dive, and it turns into a huge play.
You talk about the fastest way to the secondary. Right up the gut as you described and sprinted into the secondary for a long, long run.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone.
Let's go, hey, you. Let's go,
Wentz going to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Well, earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to defend him. I think you used the term bottle him up at different levels. They've struggled to do that.
They certainly have, because when you see them approach, in order to bottle him up at different levels, that front line's got to take care of business. Otherwise, he starts to sip through.
2 minutes to play here in this 1st half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start...
The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5, touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. Here the Cardinals push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board, so let's see if it changes a little bit. They're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Working from the gun, Wentz. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Wentz again. Throw left side, complete to Moss. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. It's a big play there for the Eagles. 45 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Wentz now to throw. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. Wentz. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash, this from 33. And Elliott puts this one through. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
This will be taken in at the 1. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe. that might actually pop and turn into a big play, that's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Check Mike 6. Hey, defense, let's go.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson eluding the pressure right. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Watch twitch. Hey, check Mike 6. Watch the out. Mike 6.
Jackson throwing again. Escaping the pressure. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Well, I'm not totally privy to what went on with their offensive meetings, but, Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the plan.
Yeah, when we had our production meeting, they didn't exactly share that with us. But I'm pretty sure that on the play sheet, the run backwards into your own end zone play was not written down.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
On 2nd and 9. Wentz. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
Under 10.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wentz flush to his right. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Corey Davis there to make the grab as his guys are back within a single score. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that will get him one closer. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. They'll run it now out of the gun. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him 6 yards in the first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. Now a handoff here to his running back. Stops shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. Check 15.
And to give this time to the tailback. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. Well, from my vantage point, that's just one bad play by the offensive line and a running back who's had a lot of good ones tonight.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he's not going to be ticked off, nor is the offensive line, because to me it's a lot like a no-hitter, right? Pitcher's throwing a no-hitter, gives up a hit late. You're so close to accomplishing everything you want and don't quite get it done. They'll come back with a vengeance on the next play.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Check 4, check 4. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. 61. Next box. Right. Echo, echo.
Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. Rolling to his right. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
2 yards on the pickup.
Your trip is huge, baby. Your trip is huge.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's Cardinal football. They're also out in front of the scoreboard as we get set for the 4th. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Oh, he'll try and throw it deep to the other side of the field. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. Wentz now on first down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. A big play there for Philly. 42 yards. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. Second and goal from inside the 5. Once again with Sanders. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Miles Sanders, his second touchdown of the night, as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on first and 10.
Joker, 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 Joker. Watch the ship, watch the ship. Hey, what up?
And he'll give it here to his running back. Chris Jones on the stop. The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8.
Mike, 6. Watch the pass. Check 13. Check 13. 45-yard line. Shoot them.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now.
Ship, watch the ship. Let's go.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona.
Let's go, fellas.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got it first and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. And he'll give it here to his running back. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Now a handoff here to his running back. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on third down.
You got tight right there. 36, 37.
And to give this time to the tailback. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. So here comes Justin Tucker in a big spot. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it.
Go. 120. Sunday. Check three.
Now Wentz. Throw right side, going to be complete to Moss. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began, still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy's still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds?
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Good job.